first pick is going to be for Astral Authority. Going to take away Geb from Cope is still the problem. Not really wanting to rely on any sort of defensive measures there.
The Nike standard ban coming out from the Team 2 on the side of the screen. Thanatos as well will be a strong ban, and Cope with their 4th ban should be Thoth. That's pretty much what you're going to expect to see. The Thoth and the Nike bans are pretty much set in stone.
Especially when you're second pick. You don't want to let the enemy opposition get that first pick. Nike giving the passive between the movement speed and the damage. Thoth has a lot of mobility. Once you have that wall up, you can dash through it. You have the stun as well. So that's going to leave Astral Authority with the Sylvanas first pick.
Big push coming out from this character. That's what we've been celebrating so much. Cope, Anxiety looked strong on the circuit last time around. We'll bring him out, or her rather, and Izanami, the hunter of choice for Cope.
Wouldn't be surprised if Cope's team yet again will look for more proxy farming. They've done it 2 games in a row so far, and with this Izanami, that's usually a telltale sign that you're kind of looking for a proxy farming one way or the other.
On her. Now, this is going to deter a lot of the proxy farm, I think. On her, one has a clear that some of the other hunters, namely Izanami, has. But more importantly, he can fight you.
Yes, and this is something you really want to do against an Izanami in the earlier stages of the game. As long as you can kind of juke out that ultimate from Izanami, you'll be in a really good position. And now it's some more global pressure for Astral Authority, picking up that Ratatasker.
Khepri is going to be the guardian of choice for Cope, likely in the support role. We'll see how everything else lands out. So your jungler, your hunter, and your support are all set for Cope. Astral, on the other hand, has their dual lane as well. And, well, the jungler. Everybody all set. We're basically just looking for mid lanes and solo laners.
Both Ymir and Athena taken off the table away from Astral Authority. Ra so far, and Zeus. So taking away those mage options for Cope. There's still a lot of burst damage on the table. Scylla is definitely one of those options, especially with the Khepri. Poseidon is going to be the choice, though, especially against the Sylvanas that really can't get away from that Whirlpool Kraken combination.
Cripple as well. Cripple's very important here. And the push at level 1 is really what you're looking for. Scylla's got some assistance lately, and so her clear isn't quite level 9 like it used to be.
Sure.
Now her clear's at like 4 or 5. But the level 1 clear is of the utmost importance right now. That's why you're seeing those Poseidons. Giannis, Sun Wukong will round out AA.
More global pressure here with the Giannis. We saw Veneno do so much work that last game.
Yeah.
Question is, can Astral Authority Sheikah continue that kind of pressure? As long as he gets off to an early lead, especially with Ratatasker, they can go on the offensive and start to snowball.
Cope will be playing the tier, just like Uzi did last time around. Cope certainly looking for the win, unlike Uzi. Astral Authority on the other side. Lots of good picks here. Famous Hate on her. I'm excited for that one. Why don't we just get into game, folks? Very quickly, we'll get things ready. Oh, man, I just want to go.
Famous Hate has definitely been able to play a lot of these aggressive gods between the Anhur or the Apollo. Those are the 2 gods that I think about when I think about the name Famous Hate. And looking at the lineups so far, nothing too shenanigan-y.
Shenanigan-y?
Yeah, nothing too shenanigan-y.
Listen, when I make up words like Sobekitude, it works out. The shenanigan-y? I don't know about that one. Shenanigan-y sounds like a babysitter.
It's like you're doing so much shenanigans that you're actually in agony. Shenanigan-y.
All right. You almost sold me on it, but not quite. Traveling as the 5-man group is going to be Cope is still the problem. Walking into the enemy jungle as a 5-man unit on the left side of the map.
Looking at the relic selections, Famous Hate electing to go for that Aegis, trying to make sure that he's going to win the one-on-one against Sops. Whenever he uses those in-hands, he's going to be slightly slowed down, so he's going to be easy target for that ultimate. Yet again, Cope's still the problem. Going to go for that double proxy farm between the left and the mid. No contention here currently from Astral Authority. They're going to have to really be on the ball if they don't want to lose all their buffs.
Viper also proved earlier in the day that he will make those rotations early and often, and so by starting the Sanctuary, or rather the Aegis, as we're in Season 4 now, you see the Anhur protecting himself from the Kraken. More often than not, Toli, I like the level 1 Aegis Ank. You like that? The combination of Sank and Aegis? More often than not, I like the level 1 Aegis against the Poseidons.
Looking at the start from the solo lane, it looks like that Astral Authority elected to not even start the wave. They elected to steal the enemy's speed in blue, recognizing the fact that Cope's team would be able to just start the speed in the blue after all that proxy farming. So they go back into the laning phase, both at level 2, and now it's actually Cope that might be in a little bit of trouble.
Oh, the bluestone has been ticking, but it's not enough to take him down. Health pots will take it the other direction. Fine, okay. I think he's just waiting for his opportunity. He'll shade into the jungle as Uzi and his jungler follow suit.
Cope's team has been doing a good job controlling the jungle. They found 3 buffs so far, grabbing their own purple as well. Now Cope gonna get stunned out, gonna get knocked up. Here comes the Sun Wukong. Mango trying to find the kill onto Cope, but it could be even more problems with the Ratatasker just able to get back to the laning phase safely.
A little bit of a split up here coming from our junglers and our jungle helpers, the solo laners. I got that backwards, I guess. The jungle is solo help, right? A lot of people look at support as jungle too. Solo laners look at junglers as solo support.
At this point in time, it's just been all 2v2 action in this solo lane. Mexiety really wants to dive into this one with Cope. The Fearless not on the mark because of the defensive stance. Still staying on here. Wants to get the heal off before he goes into the offensive stance.
No taunt just yet. Coming out from our Circuit player. Big damage. This could be trouble for the tier. There's a Fearless, but coming around. Fine, okay. Starts it off. First blood for the rat. Anxiety still dealing damage. Dives the tower, but he's toasted. Mango gets it. And that one, totally, I saw your look of disapproval.
No,
that was not worth.
Definitely don't want to be able to sacrifice yourself this early in the game for just a 1-for-1. You already lost 1 for nothing, but now you're sacrificing farm during your respawn time anyway. You might as well just give up the kill and then farm the solo lane in the absence of your solo laner anyway.
Yeah, Anxiety, I think that was just a little bit caught up in the moment, right? You see the enemy with the first blood, he's able to die, you go for the kill. Final K on the other hand. Final K calculated that situation almost perfectly. Obviously he died in the end, but how can you calculate that?
I mean, as long as you don't dash under the tower, then I would say great play overall, trading 1-for-1. But Mango, he's gonna be put in another sticky situation. Level 5 Anxiety does use the ultimate just in time. No heals for you, Mango. And this could be another situation where Mango could be constantly focused here. We saw what happened to him earlier on in the day against, I think it was in Memory of Gay, was it? Yeah. Where Sinosure was playing the Circuit, just non-stop ganks onto Mango's Sun Wukong.
Well, yeah, I mean, listen, the Circuit against the Sun Wukong has a very good shot. I'd actually like to hear your opinion on that matchup in a moment. Cope is invading right here onto the speed buff. Will pick up the enemy speed buff, no problem. And Mango here in juxtaposition to the rest of the team, I think is one of the, he's not exactly the star on the squad, let's say that. Anxiety coming in onto the speed buff, dashes forward, looking for the taunt, finds it. There's the Kraken. Over the top comes the tier. Viper picks up one with the dot for the Whirlpool, and the second one goes to Anxiety. Left Syndrome goes down this time, not going to be alive. 4 kills in total for Cope.
That invade was just so unfortunate. The ultimate was just not on the mark, or rather not in time coming out of Shaker to bail them out of danger. The rotation from Viper was so important to be had there. That Whirlpool Kraken absolutely decimated both Fine OK as well as Left Syndrome.
Yeah, we saw Cope do this time and time again before on the tier and look for the Fearlesses into the Kraken combination. A very important combo for Cope is still the problem to really bring on. So when it comes down to it, the Sun Wukong, it looks like from a layman's perspective, well, the Anxiety gets through that extra life with the true damage take of the ultimate. Is that really how that matchup goes?
At this point in time, that's how it's been going for the whole day for Mango.
Well, yeah.
You're trying to go into the clouds, but you have 2 forms of disruption just on Circuit alone, between the poisons from her second ability as well as her ultimate, but then you also have to worry about tier.
I guess what I'm asking here, Toli, is that is Mango getting smoked because he's Sun Wukong, or is he just getting beat?
He's just getting beat by the rotations of the enemy jungler. He has to be worried about all the pressure. There's no more 1v1s in Smite solo lane or in the Hunter position.
Final K gets hit by the taunt and the dash. He's going to be ticking with the poisons, but he should be fine. Definitely not going to see the dive out of Final K, or rather Anxiety.
Not even using the ultimate from Anxiety, getting the beats for free, and that's going to be the Gold Fury being started off for Cope is still the problem. They have the Kraken if they want to use it. They just have to make sure that this time around that they don't give it up. If you're going to pull it, make sure you commit to it. Make sure you use that Kraken to secure it. Don't have any sort of shenanigans.
All right. Cope is still the problem. Certainly don't have the objective secure part of their game on lock just yet. That's certainly something they have to look at and improve. All of these teams generally have something that they need to improve. Like I said, this is the relegation process. Our spring split say that 3 times fast, starts officially on the 16th of February. So these teams are still vying for a position in the spring split. So I think it's safe to say that all 6 of these teams have something to work on. And for Cope, it's absolutely the objective secure. If I'm Astral Authority, I'm going to try and bait Cope into trying some objectives and see what I can do.
Mango going into the skies before the Circuit ultimate happens, trying to go back under the safety of the mid lane now. Maybe focusing out onto Viper, but instead taking the portal under the safety, not instead electing to take advantage of Poseidon quite yet. And that's something that Viper should take advantage of currently, playing this Poseidon.
Ooh, Megxidy and Cope for the right side. He got help from Viper on the left. Megxidy controlling Mango, pushing him out of the whirlpool. Mango's got the dot ticket, and there's the zigzag. Megxidy takes care of Mango. Now Circuit in some trouble, no longer gold, so can be CC'd. Trying to find an angle is fine, okay, but he's the one that's going to be in trouble here as 3 fully healthy players are descending on him in the right-hand side. Dash away out of the abduct will be strong. Here comes a root from Left Syndrome and the grab right into the honest damage. Sheikah looking pretty strong there, but no kill just yet.
No, not quite yet. No ultimates on the side of Astral Authority to take advantage of that out-of-position Sylvanas, rather, or the Kepri, rather, just going to give that one away. Cope taking a little bit of poke damage in the process. Not able to find the stun for Final K, but Valentine, Mango actually hit a minion with that Tiger stun.
And Cope, on the other hand, battling it out against 3 separate players, jungle, mid, and solo. Or rather support there.
Cope taking a lot of damage, but this time Final K forcing the ultimate out of Valentine. Beautiful rescue. Cope was in so much trouble there. Mango, though, and with this rotation, could still apply a lot of pressure, taking advantage of the fact that Cope is this low, but the sustain is good enough. Everybody just not electing to help out Mango. He got away from the earlier gank around the speed buff with his ultimate, but with that cooldown being down, that made it so easy for Megxidy to find another confirmed kill on to Mango's 2nd death of the game.
Ain't nobody helping Mango. We haven't seen anybody go to that side for Mango the entire day, Anatoly. Unfortunately for Mango, I don't think he's going to get much help from his team.
No, not at all. The best thing that they did for him was make sure that they started off on the enemy speed blue during the proxy farm invade strategy out of Cope's team, because had they left Mango alone in a position where Cope's team would be able to get all 4 buffs on the right-hand side of the map, then we could see Final K, I'm sorry, Megxidy and Cope, baby, just to get off to a huge start.
There's the ultimate out of the jungler. Megxidy going to be greeted. And, well, nice quick kill onto Left Syndrome.
That's what we're talking about. This Sylvanas is such an easy target coming out of Viper and Megxidy. Just too much damage between the Kraken and the poisons coming out of Circuit.
I mean, he didn't even need to be controlled whatsoever. That was just easy damage coming out from the mid lane. Megxidy here taking a ton of damage from the on-her. Going to avoid some crowd control from the enemy support thanks to his ultimate. And there's going to be the escape for Cope. Final K picks up 1, but gets taken out by Viper almost immediately. Beautiful pillar! And Mango gets the kill off of the setup from Famous Hate.
So Cope's team got the Gold Fury about 15 seconds ago, but they lose 2 members, only picking up Final K in the process. And this could leave a little bit of an opportunity for Astral Authority to group up and maybe get a tower. And with Mango on the left-hand side, with Famous Hate, the damage is going to be enough, more than likely, unless Megxidy can make a hold.
And we'll see. Nah, we'll see.
That's just clear.
Is dangerous.
He used his first ability just to cut the distance, and with Left Syndrome here as well, they could have potentially stayed right around the corner. I'm surprised. That was a lot of arches to tank the tower.
I would like to see a little bit more aggression there. For Cope is still the problem, but will not be the case. Tier 1 tower still stands. So right now, Fire Giant has just spawned. We're 10 minutes in. Not that players are going to go for it just yet, but little fun fact, Fire Giant spawns at 10 minutes.
As does the Portal Demon, so that is a very easy, or easier objective rather than the Fire Giant. You don't want to be getting knocked up with too much AoE damage around the Fire Giant, but you still want to apply pressure on the right side of the map. You might as well go for that objective.
So Astral Authority here, they're trailing by about 2,000 gold. We'll keep an eye on that as everything continues on, because Astral Authority have made some really important plays, even in this game, honestly. I think they've looked better in some of their other games earlier today, but this game is certainly making an impact.
Cope doesn't really have much mana to stay in the laning phase, and as a result, Mango's going to take full advantage of this. The teleport's still not available for Cope, so as long as Mango can continue to keep Cope in the lane, he's going to out-rotate him once there's a team fight in that middle lane, and that's what it's kind of looking like with Valentine right around this corner. Perhaps.
I'm focused on that short lane, though. Cope versus Mango. This has been battling out the whole time. Here's Final K, comes right in, misses some of the acorn shots. Still looking for the basics. Double Fearless into the tower. Here comes the rest of Cope is still the problems team. Big damage onto Mango. There he is. He's out of there. Valentine gets the kill.
Poor Mango, third death of the game, caught in a sticky situation. They didn't have the damage to really lock down Cope. Not only did Cope find the heal, he had enough mana for the Fearless combination. And with the rotation from Valentine, that meditation also topped off Cope long enough to survive.
Big zigzag coming out from Anxiety on the south side, but Left Syndrome will escape. Fearless into the Kraken. Viper gets credit for Sheikah right there. The young Giannis player goes ahead and bites the dust.
Left Syndrome is going to be left staring at the rest of Cope's team as they're going to start up the Portal Demon on the right-hand side of the map. Not really in position as Final K to contest this one.
There's big damage coming out right in the pit. Cope able to take out Left Syndrome without really any trouble there.
Final K stole it with a spin. He just walked on by, stole it with the spin, keep on going. Mango is still getting caught out, pulled by Valentine. Whirlpool is going to prevent any sort of escape, but Mango finally credited with another kill, sitting at 3-3. Not done yet is Final K, finding Anxiety. The snipe is going to help people reposition, but that's going to be 3 kills and a stolen objective for Astral Authority.
I told you earlier in the day, keep your eye on Fine OK by himself. He virtually ties the game here in our 12th minute. Not that late, I guess. It feels so much later, honestly.
It honestly, I feel like was a little bit of a miscommunication because Valentine was still on the Portal Demon, taking it for so long as everybody else was trying to kill Left Syndrome, and now they're all trying to kill Viper. The Aegis is going to be used. Should be fine here, taking a little bit of poke from that unstable vortex. Everyone is just going to disengage from that tier 1 tower.
Yeah, and that's pretty much just a little frustrated there, Anatoly. I would like to see more aggression. I feel like their opportunity was there for Astral Authority to get their foot in the ground, whether you're looking for that tier 1 tower or you're gonna go shift over into the enemy jungle. I would have liked to see Astral Authority keep their foot on the gas, but instead they play it safe, which isn't the wrong choice perhaps. I just would have, like I said, I would have liked to see more aggression.
Oh, a lot of aggression onto Mango. The blink ultimate, the knockup though. Not enough damage to kill Mango. Using the Lawbringer, needs to go switch into the offensive stance Fearless combination, but underneath is Anxiety. Is gonna jump on in. Is gonna miss the zigzag.
He's just watching. He's not going to hit him. Big dive coming out from Cope is still a problem. Proves to be absolutely a waste of time. Final K gets pushed, and the Fearlesser will walk into the portal. Big damage coming out from the Ratatasker, and the support player goes ahead and steals it.
And
here's Kemper. He's going to be in trouble.
He's in a lot of trouble. He's going to use that meditation, trying to get out of dodge, but with the escape already used, that's not going to be the case. And with the ultimate from Sheikah, they recognize that the Gold Fury was being started and completed by Cope's team. They want to try to find at least another kill. They're going to look for Viper here. They're jumping over the wall into the buff, but the speed is not enough.
And there's Final K with his 5th kill. 5 kills, 5 assists, only 3 deaths for the Rat.
Despite the Gold Fury being down for Cope's team, they're going to miss out on so much farm here. 25-second respawn for Viper, and that's going to allow Sheikah, playing this Giannis, to continue his lead so far. He's already 1 level ahead. He has the 50-stack Doom Orb against a more utility style out of Viper, who's going for the Spear of the Magus more than likely, along with the Gem of Isolation instead. So we see the difference of the damage. Looking at the charts here, 5,300 here for the Poseidon. Just barely under, though, is the Giannis player. However, earlier on, it was very easy for Viper to get off a lot of confirmed damage onto Left Syndrome.
Cope gonna wave as he misses the Fearless there. Mango looking for an exit, just pops up north. Big damage, and the taunt coming out from the Circuit. There's the true damage as well. Here comes Final K. Trouble from Anxiety, and the Rat finishes her off. Nice little juke coming out, not gonna hit the Rat this time around, Mango or Cope. And the Jungler for Astral Authority comes through in the clutch.
Finally, Mango survives a gank coming out of Anxiety, and that's due to the fact that Final K was there for the counter gank, and without the beats here, Final K needs to be mindful about not getting Fearless under this tier 1 tower, then pulled yet again or rooted by Valentine. So taking the 1 victory, utilizing the sustain from Left Syndrome, now they're grouped up on the right-hand side. They might want to get for an additional kill here with their 1-man advantage.
It's certainly possible. Totally. Cope is here with Valentine, but there's a stun from Mango onto the solo lane. Big damage coming out, just about 75% HP. A little bit darker there now for the moment. Knockup Kepri gets knocked around, and here everybody on the tower.
The double Fearless though from Cope. Everyone's coming.
Everyone is coming. On her, finds it, but there's the revive.
And everyone is going to be collapsing on this right-hand side. Valentine retreating, getting chased by Fine. Okay, the Lawbringer over the top, up and down. Sheikah is caught in an awkward position, using his beats, trying to get out of dodge. The meditation is going to top him off. Fine, okay, is going to find Valentine, the first victim here. Left Syndrome trying to survive against Sops, though. Can he find the last in-hands? Getting body blocked. The ultimate will confirm it.
But the damage has been done. On her finds the tower. That's exactly what Astral Authority were looking for. Famous 8 sticks to his job and gets it done. And Final K sticks to the opposition. Viper is going to get smacked down.
And now it's going to be a 2-on-2. Nice rotation from Cope around the corner here, forcing the ultimate from Mango, finding Sops from Anxiety is right around the corner. Nice portal, keeping Famous 8 alive for a little bit longer. Mango needs to be careful though, but the ultimate from Anxiety will confirm the kill. It's going to be his 4th death of the game, but he sacrificed himself, making sure to assist in the kills of Viper and Sops. But now it's looking like Cope's team should be credited with the Portal Demon here, unless Final K can find his 2nd steal of the game.
Yeah, it's really, we'll take a look. As soon as Final K shows up, everybody walks away in their own direction, so I don't know if we're going to see the steal of the game, 2nd steal of the game this time. Fire Portal Demon guy, Portal Demon, as he is properly known. He's going to stay intact for the moment, and we'll see Final K head towards the mid-Phoenix.
Heading into the 18-minute mark, Astral Authority with about a 2,000 gold lead. 2 Gold Furies did go the way of Cope's team, and now they're positioned to try to take out Valentine, using the ultimate from Left Syndrome, getting pulled back into danger here. The unstable Vortex finally finding it, and this is the damage that's been coming out of Sheikah here.
And there's trouble in the jungle as well, as Cope gets stunned out by the Sun Wukong. Not enough to go ahead and stop the press, but certainly something to think about the next time you're looking around.
It's pretty difficult to kill a level 13 Kepri that, surprisingly enough, didn't use an ultimate on himself in the process. It's going to be Astral Authority securing that Portal Demon after that 1 pick. Final K landing down onto Sops here. They are through space and time, clipping Viper, cracking a little bit off the mark. They're only hitting the sides.
And around from the backside comes a tier player. Finds a Fearless, but it's not going to be enough. Here, still continuing. Cope trying to find a little bit more, but he's just trying. He can't actually make these plays by himself. Cope's able to get 1 good Fearless, and nobody really responds. Just different levels, I think. I think people are on different pages, Anatoly.
Well, the teams are relatively similar here. Not that big of a lead currently for Astral Authority. Both Hunters did go down here. It's going to be about 15 seconds for Sops, 20 on the side of Famous 8. Both teams kind of figuring out what they want to do next here. Gold Fury has respawned. Mango and Cope fighting for that blue buff.
What a game. We see the dip before, Cope up about 2,000 gold, and now, almost 20 minutes in, Astral Authority are the ones with the lead. 3,000 in the lead is the blue team, so we'll see how this one works out. But, well, a little bit of a pause here as players get things situated. So like I said, we've been back and forth. Both these teams have proven that they're strong enough to make something happen. Halfway through, how are you feeling about this one?
I'm really liking National Authority here because of Sheikah on the Giannis. He's been doing so many good ultimates. He's been building in such a way where his unstable vortexes are just chunking everybody. And Valentine needs to be a little bit careful now because one unstable vortex will more than likely almost kill somebody, so he has to be ready. He has to have the trigger finger on that ultimate at all times.
Everything's all set and done. Let's get back in the game here, folks. Relegations for the North American SPL. As I said, 20 minutes on the clock, 17-13. And Astral Authority are winning this one, 3,000 gold above their opposition. Formerly the lead with about 2,500, and it belonged to Cope is still the problem. But after 1 or 2 teamfight wins and an objective, Astral Authority find themselves in the driver's seat.
Still looking for more, though. They're not done quite yet. It's 20 minutes into the game. Still looking for more plays. They're just going to rely on more of the aggression, maybe on McSidy. That's been all over the place. And then look for the defensive through space and times from Sheikah to try to maybe help out Mango. Because on the right-hand side, if you're looking at that already, there's a big man fight there. McSidy was thinking about rotating there, but instead, he recognizes that the Goal Fury has been started, needs to be in this position instead.
And Final K going to go ahead and dash forward, get knocked back a little bit by the mid laner. And there's the targeting miss from the jungler. Kraken comes through. Big damage for the player in the middle, and it's left Syndrome. He goes down. Sobs gets credit as she throws out a sickle. And on her and Ratatasker are on the run.
That's a huge pick before Left Syndrome even got off his ultimate. A lot of the focus fire was onto Famous Hate.
Yep.
He had to use his own Aegis Sheikah using that ultimate. We see Final K in the sky as well, landing only on Valentine, getting pulled in. He doesn't have beads. He's going to have to use the Aegis just to survive a little bit. The root going to keep him in place, but still using the through space and time portal originally created, keeping him alive.
Love the play right there. The ultimate as everybody comes on through, saving and still being offensive at the same time. That's a Giannis.
Gold Fury secured by Cope's team yet again, and now Sheikah on the backhand side doing a lot of damage. Cope finding Famous Hate on the front hand side using the Lawbringer, trying to stick onto Mango. Valentine using the ultimate on Viper, keeping him alive for a little bit longer. Aegis has worn off, the Unstable Vortex not connecting. Mango still trying to retreat.
And I mean, Mango, right now he's just wasting time. He knows he's down for the count. He wants to make sure that Cope has limited options after he kills him and maybe look to spread out the kills as well. Mango and Famous Hate, unfortunately, both died around the same time.
It just seems that Astral Authority's Achilles heel has been McSidy making all these plays, sitting at 7-4-7, abusing Mango in the earlier stages of the game. He's been making sure that Famous Hate has been less of an impact in the last encounter as well, whenever they did pick off Left Syndrome instead, but also bullying out Famous Hate. It's all off of the back of McSidy.
Yeah, it's a big part of what's coming out of the jungle, and you know, both sides, you could say that about McSidy and Final K have been large parts of why their teams are ahead or, well, even behind at the moment. As Astral Authority is sneaking ahead by about 1,000, but even less so. You can see that 700 gold is a tie game again.
Wanting to force out Sheikah, successfully done. Not even using the ultimate quite yet. Could have maybe even forced out the beads if they really wanted to, especially with a little bit of cooldown reduction. That wouldn't be a bad idea, but looking at the build coming out of McSidy, it's not really cooldown reduction, it's more of the crit. Going for Heartseeker, the movement speed, and the Wind Demon.
So we take a look as the Siege comes on, mid-tier 2. Tier 1, and it crumbles. Tier 2 is next on the menu.
Mango out of position yet again. The Circuit ultimate, but doing a good job using the Oxform to get out of dodge.
Here comes the damage. Ultimate over the top from both the support and the solo lane. Good crits coming up against the Hunter, just for about 100. Final K dives out of the tier. But again, no real commitment.
Not quite yet. Both teams trying to reposition themselves for this team fight. Left Syndrome could top off his team for a little bit longer. Valentine looking for the right opportunity to engage here. Could potentially look for a nice root pull, but Left Syndrome doesn't have the ultimate, so it'd be easy timings now for Cope's team to force the fight.
Yeah, you want to look to force the Fire Giant or the fight. The Fire Giant would just be a means to an end to force the fight, essentially. But the players don't seem to need any instruction. I think everybody wants to fight.
Cope taking a lot of damage. He has to retreat. Same thing goes with Mango on the side of Sobs. This level 18 Izanami with Fatalis, Wind Demon, Poison Star just absolutely melting everybody. Nice little root from Valentine, but no one in position to really take advantage of.
Yeah, I mean, when you see the root come out, you sort of stutter for the moment, but nothing to really do about it. Shell comes out as Final K tries to save his life and successfully does so.
Has to retreat and get back healthy in the fountain, and that's going to be a little 5-on-4 power play for Cope's team if they recognize the fact that Final K did retreat under his own base, and without that ultimate, it's going to take even longer for him to return into this team fight.
Well, at the same time, there are some rituals for that. Might be able to teleport the teammate.
Flickering Ritual for 750 gold. Could be a good idea here if they want to stop the Portal Demon objective. Over the top is the Lawbringer, but off the mark. The Kraken zoning for a little bit longer. Fearless onto Famous Hate, keeping him away from this team fight as the rest of the team is trying to take out Mango.
I guess that's pretty valid. True OK is able to take out the Viper. Big damage. 10, 3, and 7. for the juggler on the Ratatasker.
Cope is in so much trouble. He doesn't have Lawbringer. Final K, he finds the dash. He's trying to find the stun, but Valentine is right around the corner with the ultimate if necessary. He wasn't in time to pull the trigger to save out Viper, but he will be there to make sure Cope gets out of trouble. So instead, everybody retreated to secure that Portal Demon at the 25-minute mark.
Yeah, right now.
Going for the Fire Giant now even too. Almost at 50% health while Mango is zoning.
Yeah, I mean, right now is going to be the play coming out for Astral Authority. Looking strong here, 10% actually. I expect to hear there they are.
Astral Authority does secure it. The through space and time was used as well. Cope going to get knocked up. The Izanami ultimate is going to get negated by the Aegis from Famous Hate. The rest of the team wants to connect. Famous Hate is going to get pulled into danger.
Oh, Famous Hate still alive, but just barely. Jumps over the wall to safety by the minion camp. Final K still giving chase, not quite done yet. Double Fearless into the power clean, but he's stopped by the stun out of the rat.
Great double Fearless. Final K is going to fall to Sop somehow as the team fight is going to continue to be chased down despite finding the Fire Giant. Final K finds the grave instead, and with his 5-on-4, they're going to continue down to tier 2.
And that's not enough for Cope. Still looking for more. Gets the kill. Mango's done. Tier 2 tower, done. Famous Hate trying
Left
to wrap
Syndrome is
around.
behind them. They're all going to turn on him right now. Where is he going? A 5-man ultimate, but it's only Sheikah to support him. A nice little portal, but he has nowhere to go. That's going to be the 3rd death on the side of Astral Authority.
And actually, that opens up a gigantic window, Anatoly. South picks up the support and the Hunter. Totally, can they
they're not healthy enough to really add because
there's no minions. There's no
minions. If Sheikah hits one unstable vortex, he can find a quadra kill off of that one ability right now.
Well, we're gonna put.
Okay, he missed it. He missed it. He missed the unstable vortex. The Titan is dead. That's it. Final K can't defend this.
That's the game. Just one misstep. Positioning is important, folks.
He needed to hit that unstable vortex at least onto 2 people